Picture this. A woman sits at the edge of her bed, her arms crossed. Her eyes are filled with frustration. She takes a deep breath, turns to her partner and says, "I just feel like you don't care." The man furrows his brows, caught off guard. Where is this coming from? He spent the entire day working hard, providing, fixing things around the house. How could she say that? "What do you mean? I literally just took care of everything today," he responds. Her frustration deepens. He doesn't get it. She was hoping he would notice she had been struggling emotionally all week. She was hoping for a heartfelt, "Tell me what's wrong, I'm here for you." But instead she gets logic, defense, and explanations. He sighs, shaking his head. Why does she always say, "I don't care"? After all I do? And just like that, another argument begins. Sound familiar? This moment plays out in relationships every single day. A woman speaks her heart, hoping to feel understood. A man hears her words and assumes she's presenting a problem, one that needs a solution, not a discussion. She grows distant, feeling unheard. He grows frustrated, feeling unappreciated. This pattern repeats itself again and again until love begins to feel more like a battlefield than a sanctuary. But why? Why does it feel like men and women are speaking two different languages? The answer lies in how we're wired. Men feel attacked, women feel ignored. Let's break this down. When a woman shares her emotions, she wants validation. She wants to feel seen, heard, and reassured. She doesn't want advice, not yet. She wants to know that her partner understands how she feels before any solutions enter the conversation. When a man hears a problem, he assumes she wants a fix. His brain instantly scans for solutions. She's sad? What's the problem? How can we fix it? She's stressed? What's the source? Let's eliminate it. To him, this is love in action, solving her problem so she won't have to suffer anymore. But to her, it feels like he's dismissing her emotions and rushing past them. And that's where the damage begins. Imagine this scenario. A woman comes home after a rough day. She sighs, slumps on the couch and says, "Ugh, my boss was so rude to me today. I can't believe the way he spoke to me." Her partner, wanting to help, immediately responds, "You should just tell him off next time. Or better yet, maybe you should start looking for a new job if it's that bad." Pause. She sits up and stares at him. "I don't need you to tell me what to do. I just wanted to talk about it." He blinks. He's confused. He thought he was helping. She gets up, annoyed, and walks away. He sits there, frustrated. What just happened? This is the moment where many relationships start falling apart. He feels like nothing he does is good enough. She feels like he never truly listens. This frustration builds day after day until one day they stop trying altogether. And that's how love fades, not through one big catastrophe, but through a series of small, unnoticed misunderstandings. The silent killer, unspoken expectations. But that's not all. There's something even more dangerous than miscommunication. Unspoken expectations. Women expect men to just know what they need emotionally. She assumes that if he really loves her, he'll notice when she's feeling down. He'll sense when she needs comfort. He'll instinctively know when she needs a hug, a reassuring word, or just silent support. But here's the harsh truth. Men are not mind readers. They don't operate on intuition the same way women do. So, when she grows distant, waiting for him to just know what she needs, he doesn't. And she takes it as proof that he doesn't care. Meanwhile, men expect women to just understand that their actions show love, even if they don't say it. He may not say, "I love you," every day, but in his mind he shows it through his actions. He fixes things around the house. He works hard to provide. He stays loyal, committed, present. To him, these are expressions of love. So when she asks, "Do you even love me?" it feels like an insult. How could she not know? Look at everything I do. And just like that, resentment creeps in. She feels unloved. He feels unappreciated. Both are hurting, but neither knows how to break the cycle. So, are we doomed to misunderstand each other forever? With such deep differences in how men and women think, is there any hope? Are we destined to keep repeating the same mistakes, growing apart until there's nothing left? Absolutely not. There's a way to bridge the gap, but it requires something most couples overlook. It's not about changing how men think. It's not about changing how women feel. It's about learning to understand each other's language. And that's exactly what we're about to explore. Imagine this. A couple sits in silence after another argument. She's staring at her phone, pretending to scroll. Her mind is racing. Why doesn't he just get it? He's sitting on the couch, arms crossed. I don't even know what I did wrong. Both are frustrated. Both feel misunderstood. And here's the real tragedy. Neither of them actually wanted to fight. But here they are, yet again, stuck in the same cycle. What if I told you there's a way out? A way to truly understand each other and stop these endless battles? It all starts with one thing: awareness. The power of awareness. The biggest mistake we make in relationships is assuming that our partner thinks the way we do. Men expect women to process emotions like men. Women expect men to communicate like women. But the truth? Men and women don't just communicate differently, they think differently. That's not a weakness. That's not a reason to give up. That's an opportunity, if you learn how to use it. The key is to stop expecting your partner to think like you and start learning their language instead. Most men don't struggle with love. They struggle with expressing it the way women need. If you want to connect with your partner on a deeper level, remember this. Don't rush to solve. Just listen and validate first. When she's upset, she doesn't want to fix. She wants to feel understood. Wrong response. Why are you overreacting? Just ignore it. Right response. That sounds really frustrating. I can see why you're upset. Do you see the difference? One dismisses. The other acknowledges. Use words that acknowledge feelings before logic. This doesn't mean you can't help her solve a problem, but if you jump straight to solutions, she'll feel unheard. Instead, follow this formula. 1. Validate her feelings first. I can understand why you feel that way. 2. Then ask if she wants advice or just to vent. Do you want my thoughts on this or just someone to listen? 9 times out of 10, she'll appreciate you just listening. And if she does want a solution, now she's ready to hear it. That's how you connect. For women, how to speak his language. Most women don't struggle with emotions. They struggle with communicating them in a way men understand. If you want your partner to be more emotionally present, clarity is your best friend. Be direct about what you need. Don't assume he knows. Women often express frustration in ways that leave men guessing. Example, instead of saying, "You never pay attention to me anymore," try, "I'd love for us to spend some quality time together this weekend. Can we plan something?" See the difference? One sounds like criticism. The other sounds like a clear request. Respect his need for space and clarity before responding. When men feel overwhelmed in an argument, they often shut down. This doesn't mean he doesn't care. It means his brain needs time to process. If he pulls back, don't chase. Instead, say, "I know you need space. Let's talk when you're ready." This keeps the conversation open without pressuring him. The ultimate test, applying this in a heated argument. It's easy to stay calm when things are good, but what happens when emotions run high? Here's how to handle it. Act 4, the secret formula for conflict resolution. Step 1, pause before reacting. The biggest relationship killer? Reacting instead of responding. For men, before shutting down, acknowledge her feelings first. "I can see that you're upset. I want to understand. Can we talk?" For women, before assuming he doesn't care, consider his perspective. "I know you're not ignoring me on purpose. I just need to feel heard right now." This small shift stops the argument before it spirals. Step 2, speak their language, not yours. Men need clear communication. Instead of, "You don't love me anymore," say, "I feel disconnected. Can we spend more time together?" Women need emotional presence. Instead of, "You're always nagging me," say, "I feel pressured when you say it that way. Can we talk about it differently?" When you learn to speak in a way your partner understands, communication becomes effortless. Most couples make one fatal mistake. They see each other as the problem. But here's the truth. It's never you versus your partner. It's both of you versus the problem. Stop seeing each other as enemies. Start working together. Instead of, "You never listen to me," try, "How can we communicate better?" Instead of, "You're too emotional," try, "I want to understand what you're feeling." Every disagreement is a chance to grow closer if you handle it right. Closing message, the key to a stronger relationship. At the end of the day, love isn't about perfection. It's about understanding. Men and women think differently. Men and women communicate differently. But if you learn each other's language, love becomes effortless. So here's the challenge. The next time you're frustrated, pause. Ask yourself, am I speaking in a way my partner understands? Apply just one of these strategies and watch the difference. Because the couple who learns to communicate never loses. If this opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs to hear this. Let's build stronger relationships together. Remain ever blessed.